Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today we're going to start working in a ballet journal. It's a really hot day, so I've had to have my window open. I can't even believe I'm saying that. It's a really hot day and I'm wearing a dress. It feels a bit like summer at the moment. And there's been lots of noise going on outside. I think it's dying down a bit now. Next door has had some power tool going and we've had some noisy vehicle out in the road. But I think it's quietened down a bit for the moment. So I think we better get started before something else happens. Oh, I've been doing some inking. Look at the state of my hand. So I think I've now sewn around all 12 of these. Obviously some I'd already done, but now I've finished them. They've all been inked around because some of them were a bit white and they just needed a little bit more distressing and vintaging up. So they're all ready to go. All I need to do now is punch my holes. So that's what I think I'll do first. I'm just going to do the whole lot. So I'll use the first one as a template. So I want to make it kind of in the right position. I'm going to measure. It doesn't have to be completely accurate, just to get an idea so they're evenly spread. I'm going to do just 2 holes because it's not huge. It's only, well, it's 8 1/4. Which means that the middle is just over the 4. So if I take it to about 2 that way and 2 that way, that means, yeah, I'll kind of roughly mark where I think the hole should go, and then I'll punch it. I think that's not going to show. I better use something a bit darker, maybe fine. I've got my pen here somewhere. Yeah, I think I'll have to use this because otherwise I won't see. I don't even know where I did it now. Can't see it. So I'm going to put one there and one about there. So they need to be, I want to do them just inside the sewing. Not too far inside, but otherwise they'll be too much into the page. But I want them to be far enough from the edge to be, so it's not going to be too vulnerable. So I think that looks about right. That's close enough. So we use the biggest hole. I don't think I'm going to use eyelets. I have got some reinforcers, but I'll use eyelets probably on the cover. Now, let's get that there. And that one there. So now we have the first 2 holes. So all I need to do now is use that as my template for all the others. So I should be able to use my pencil for most of them, and I'll just do a little circle in the hole, and see if that looks right. I hope it does. Yep, we're okay. I'll use the same one each time so I don't slightly go off. Sometimes I keep using the last one, it might just gradually shift. Use that. And I'll speed this process up now so we can get on with doing some decorating. Right, so they're all done. We've all got holes. They more or less line up. I think I can see daylight through, just about. If I line them up really carefully, yeah, I can just about see through them. So I think we'll be able to get the rings through. Now I've got two choices of rings. I don't know if either of them are the right size. I've got these massive ones, which are 2 inches, which are probably was what I used before. So I think that's probably the right size. I think these are going to be far too small. These are 1 inch. I think you can get 1.5 inch ones as well, but that might be a bit tight. I'm not sure. Once the time and also I've got some writing pages to be added in, so I think these big ones are going to work. So I think I'm not going to try and get them through there right now because I hate these things. They're really stiff. So I shan't want to keep opening and closing them because it's a bit difficult for me. So once they're done, I'll do it. So I suppose really there's nothing else to be done but to make a start. I've been a bit nervous about starting this just because I don't really know how it's going to go. I've got a picture in my head of how I want it to end up, but I don't really know quite how I'm going to get there. So I'm going to start with this page, which is already beautiful, and maybe doesn't need too much extra decoration. I don't know really. So I might want to try start with a pocket. Got some things in here. I'm not sure what they're doing in here. Oh, I think I've got some things that I could use to make more things. So I mean, it's hard to choose because a lot of these pockets are super pretty. You know, a lot of them are made from, nearly all of them are from Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I'm liking that one. Well, that's quite nice because it picks up on this little rose here. I think this is from the Stamperia paper pad, so maybe that'd be a nice thing to start with. Just as a starting point, I want to do a little bit perhaps of collaging in the background. So the music is really in keeping with everything, and I've got some music paper pulled out, a little bit, just a little bit, a few scraps, but I don't think I need any more on here because I've got music here. I do want to ink around the pocket, so maybe that's where I'll start, just to give myself time to gather my thoughts, decide what I want to do. I kind of know, but we'll see. I've got a whole pile of laces and little bits of fabric and stuff, so yeah. So the pocket will just really be our starting point, and then we'll see where we go from there really. Behind it, and so I'll just pop that just above the sewing there, and let's see what we can find in the kit. So I haven't got any scraps or anything from the kits because I haven't used them yet, so I'm just going to pull out the papers. Well, that's not true, is it? Because I've got these bits of blue. Just going to pull it all out. I don't think we want some green on this one. So I could, excuse me, could have a bit of, because these are collagey papers, so I think that's how I'm going to use them really. Sort of collage pieces. So that could go like that. More music. I'm going to have to ink as I go, I think. So I don't think I want quite too much music on here. This might not work actually on here because I think we've got more music than we really need. So got that for another go. No, that's not quite what I want after all. I didn't realise I'd got too much music really. And this I like. Don't want to tear into my ballerina. She'll go on to something else. Okay. So I've had to shut my window in the end. It had got so noisy out there, I don't know what's going on. I think there's a big delivery coming, being made, and with this really noisy lorry, and so I've had to shut my window and put my fan on. First time this year I've had to pull that out. It's really warm in this room. I think when the sun comes out, this room is the warmest in the house, and it can get very warm indeed. Right, so maybe up there. Mind a bit of something a bit more neutral. Let's see. And I'll have a look at some of the laces I've got. I might pull out a little bit of that blue that's in the background. A few scraps of blue lace from Shabba Dabba Doodah kit. So that might work. Let's just tear a bit down. And if I go over the holes, then I'll just re-punch them. But I'll try to avoid them. So something like that perhaps would look okay. If I put the straight bit up the top. No, need to tear that. A little bit of ink. Just don't want any white bits. Okay. So I might just, maybe I'll go over the top of the pink. Is that going to be enough? Okay. Kind of like that. Okay. Let's glue these bits down. Glue page. Glue page. This one first. I feel it's going to take me a little while to work my way into this journal. When I looked up my old playlist to attach it to the last video that I did, the first video, I realised it was 3 years old. 3 years ago I did that. It's must have been one of my earliest videos. I haven't been doing this, well, I've been doing it for about 3.5 years. Let's bring that up. I think that'll be about right there. Yeah, I was quite surprised at how long ago that video was. And similarly, Tina's video. I must have seen hers and thought, oh, I'll have a go at that. And that with the Stamperia pad that I'd found. They seem to be a good match. Alright, so it can go like that. And I want a little bit more of that blue, I think, just down on this corner. Can't get it off my finger. Alright. I think just a little little piece. Little piece should do it. Don't know if this is the right little piece. That way. That might have to go that way, wouldn't it? How would that look? Just make it a bit straighter. There. Yeah, I think so. So with these lovely background papers, you don't have to cover every inch of it, though chances are I probably will end up covering a lot once I've start adding lace and stuff. Okay, that's there, like that. Right, so we've got some bits in the background, and I think we need to think about the lace now. Ooh, I've got a whole box of bits, and I don't know if they're going to be the right ones, the right bits. I've got some of these things, these little embroidered pieces, which I thought we could cut bits out of to embellish. I've got quite a lot of them are old hankies. Some of them I think were mine when I was a child, so vintage enough for me. Don't know where this one came from. That's rather pretty, isn't it? Wonder if I could put a little something on this corner, actually. Let's see. Could just cut around that. Get a bit more space to work in. Right, so I don't know why, but I don't really want those seams. I quite like just having a soft natural edge. So obviously I've got to make sure I glue this down first, but I'm just see how that would look. Just going over that corner. That looks quite sweet. I might just see if I've got a little bit of lace. I've got my little box of scraps of lace as well. It's got a little bit of blue on it, maybe that would go underneath. Would that work? Maybe better at the side. Maybe I'll cut it. So I've got a bit of blue and pink going on here. Yeah, I think I might just cut that off. I could use that somewhere else. Cut that down the middle. Go there. I think I'd like something underneath. So what have I got? I've got quite a few pieces of this sort of embroidered, I guess they were tablecloths, table runners. The embroidered pieces are lovely, even though they're white, but also these lacy edges are really nice. Probably picked this up from I don't know, a vintage shop maybe, or I can't remember where I picked some of these things up. I have been to the occasional vintage fair. Quite like that. Under there. I think I might just glue this little bit down. Let's use my hot glitter glue, because I like that just hanging off the edge there. How far up does it go? Just about there. I'll just pop that there. A little touch of blue poking out. Then I've got this bit of lace here. Yeah, I'll just put these to one side, then we'll come back to those, I think. And this is all looking a little bare down here, isn't it? What else can we find? Can we put this big flower up there? I think we could. Alright. I did warn you, there'll be lots of lace on this in this journal. And I'm hardly using any, well, I'm not using really any lace in my Moroccan journal, so this is kind of quite nice to do something completely different. I'm just trying to see if I can find something different just to go along the edge there. This lovely lace, but I think it's too similar to this one, so maybe I'll look on my narrow laces, see what I can find. Maybe something pink would be good. Got some pink pieces here. Bring a bit more pink back in. Pink and blue on this card. So I'm wondering whether, yeah, maybe I put a piece of this just between the holes, or maybe I might just do it just between the holes. Yeah, that's quite fun there. Just poking up the back a little bit, that's nice, like that. Okay, it's coming together slowly. I need something in the middle of here, I think, some sort of flower. I've got some trims, or maybe I can put a butterfly in there. I think I need something a little something ballet related up here. I wonder. I ought to put my reinforcers on, really, didn't I? Okay, just trying out a few things. Got these little butterflies, which it turns out I can now separate. I forgot how I did it. I just pull it. What did I do last time? No, they do just come off, but I can't remember how. Because these, I mean, the pearls are just too big, even for this journal. Okay, what did I do before? You remember how I separated these before? Oh, yep, it's come off. Phew. That's it. Take the little pin out, and there we go. So I still want them together, I just don't want that great big bulky pearl in the middle. So that might be quite nice on there. Right, we need some, although we are going to be making ephemera, and that will be ballet. There will be ballerinas, won't they? Right, I think I might just put down the bits that I'm happy with. So let's take that off for a second. I'm going to glue this bit down. I think I'll use this. Use the bit of fabric glue, I think. Still not completely sold on this area. Okay, I've realised I need to put my hole reinforcers on before I add the lace. So I better do that. I've got a die that works for this. So I've got a few here, and it'll probably need to make a few more. They take a bit of time because it's a die and not a punch. They take a little bit of time to do. And these are just made with some craft card. So just glue that on. And then I think I might try using the art glitter glue for this as well, because it just flows a bit better than the fabric glue. She says, as nothing comes out. What do I do with my pin? Oh, right in front of my face. Right. Yeah, art glitter glue works pretty well for this kind of stuff. Certainly for lace and thinnish fabrics as well. So I think where possible I'm going to stick with it, I think. And I like this across the bottom, so that's going to go there. How far up does it want to come? About there. Okay. Right. Okay. Lovely. Now, I've got to decide if I want anything else behind this pocket. I want anything going up here. Let me have a look at what I've got in my trims. Like rickrack. I always like a bit of rickrack. I do have some. And I've got some pretty velvet ribbon as well. I might get to use a bit of that. I was just wondering about whether just to have this little something going up the side, but actually what I quite like really on the edge of pages is a bit of proper, thinking about it, a bit of proper frilly ribbon. You know, just perhaps a narrow piece. What can we find? It's here. This might look nice, don't know. Oh, this one's quite nice with the scallop. Let's try a bit of that. Let's tuck it behind the pocket, just have its pocket poking out the edge. Oh yes, I think that would look, yeah, I think we'll go with a bit of that, I think. Should we take this, yeah, I might just take this edge off. So it just blends into the background a bit more. Right. Go up the side. Just a little bit more. Just doesn't matter how much it sticks out really, does it? See, it looks even on the other side. It doesn't stick out a huge amount, but I'll probably put a bit the other side and that will stick out further, and then they'll work together to sort of have a layered look. And I'll just take this piece off. Right, getting there now. Might be time to stick the pocket on. Okay. And I may not have finished decorating the pocket, of course. So I think, yeah, I should go around those three sides with this. Right, hopefully that's attaching to all these various bits of lace. So yeah, we had this option up here which I'm not at all sure about. I don't know which way it's. No, I'm not really happy with that piece. Can we just do the... No, I need something there, I think. But I shall still want to put the... I might just glue these two pieces back together. Oh, no. This is the fabric glue, which is not working today. You'd think when it's being hot it would flow more readily, but no, it is not. Luckily, the art glitter glue is much easier to work with. So how are you all doing? Are you all sweltering in the heat the way we are here? Not that it's really that hot. It just seems hot to us. We're not used to it, are we, over here? Certainly not recently. So, yeah. I know I have people watching from all over the place. I'm amazed at how the reach of this this amazing craft. I've got someone in Finland, in Sweden, in Holland, in where else? Croatia. I mean, and as well as loads of you here over in the States and Canada. It's lovely. It's lovely to have this community where we reach each other all over the world and can share our love of crafting. I love it. I really do, and I love hearing from you all and hearing what you've been doing. And yeah, and I think I have a lady in Scotland. I didn't know she was in Scotland, so hiya Heather. That's not really sticking very well, so I might just have to put something on there. What can I put on there to hold it? Have I got anything heavy enough? Oh, what about a hole punch? Put that on there just to hold it. See if it'll glue. Right, so that might go up here. It may not. I have got some bits of snippet roll here as well, which I would really like to use. Maybe I can use a piece of that. Don't know. I've got this old one that I've had for ages, which isn't really finished, but it is on a paper background. And then I have this one, which is all fabric. I used the other one. I made two, and I used the other one in my Lace and Ladies journal. So it'd be quite nice to be able to use maybe a bit of this here and there in this journal too. Don't know. We'll see. I'd really like a little something up here. Let's have a look if I can find any of my ephemera. Got any little bits that I can use. Well, I could put a word. I've got my words, haven't I? Quite sure what that's gonna do. Don't know about that. I have got some shoes. I might cut those out and put those up there. Put those there. And anything behind it? Oh, that little piece as well. That won't go on here, Ben. No. I feel like I'm throwing everything at this page. Oh, that's not gluing, is it? Okay. Maybe a bit of doily. think I want white, or off-white, I suppose it would be. A little bit here. No pointy bits, please. Yeah, quite like that. Let's do that. Oops. So when you see this video, we're going to be in Germany. We're going over for just for a weekend, long weekend. We're going. So this will be going up on Friday, and we'll be there until from Thursday to Monday. Because on the Sunday of next weekend, it's going to be our 40th wedding anniversary. We usually like to go away for our anniversaries, and this is a trip we've been thinking about doing for quite a while, because I spent some time. We're going to Bonn, which is near Cologne. I spent 3-4 months in Bonn when I was a student. I was studying German, and I went there for my summer term and spent some time at the university there. I had a wonderful few months, really enjoyed it. And then and then I spent the whole of the following year over there as well, but not in Bonn, somewhere else, as an assistant, because we had to go over for a year to work as an assistant in a school, and that was an amazing year. Really, it was so good for me to do that. It pushed me quite a lot because I was quite shy. I've always been quite shy, so going somewhere like that on my own was quite a challenge, but did me the world of good. Right, so I think all I want to do now maybe is put a word here. Let's just see. Anyway, come back to our anniversary. That's going to be happening on the Sunday, and it'll be 40 years. Wow. Doesn't seem that long, I have to say. But when you look back and think of, our daughters who are now parents, it certainly is. Oh, yes, shoes. Maybe ballet shoes. Hang on, have I got... maybe I've got ballet. Lots of beautifuls. Yeah, beautiful shoes. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, dancing shoes. Do you have not dancing shoes? Okay. Pull these back. So these are just words I stamped on some scraps of paper, trying to make them ballet or dance related. Clearly I've done these on 2 different pieces of paper, but that doesn't matter. Right, dancing shoes. Dancing shoes, something like that. Okay. And then we've got to make some ephemera to go in these. I don't know if I've got time in this video. It seems to have flown by. So maybe that's what we'll start with in the next video, is making the... so we can just complete each of these pages as we go along, rather than doing all the pockets and then coming back and doing the ephemera like you would on a sewn-in journal. We'll do this one a bit differently, I think. Just complete each page and build up the supply of pages one by one. Dancing shoes. There we are. Well, it's really pretty so far. I'm really pleased with that. Was I going to put this piece of embroidery on here? I'll just cut it down a little more. If you can hear a humming, it's my fan. I needed some airflow, and I can't have the window open. Although it seems to have quietened down a bit, so maybe I'll just pop that there like that. I don't know. I think it'll be alright once it's all glued down. Maybe I'll glue it with this to start with, and then just do the edges with the art glitter glue. And if I don't like it, I can pull it back up. Okay. Really covered up that little bit of blue now, haven't I? Oh well. It happens. Might actually, shall I trim off a little bit more of this? Maybe I'll trim it a little bit more. Don't need quite so much of that fabric showing, do we? It's on there for the embroidery, not for the fabric. There, that's better. Where'd this come from? Don't know. Right, so I think that's as far as we're going to make today. So I feel like we're heading towards the time. But we did spend some time doing the holes and things, so hopefully we'll get a bit further in the next video. I just wanted to make a start, see where we're going with it. But I think I'm liking how it is so far. And then we'll come back and we'll work on the other side in the next video. We'll make some ephemera to go. So I've got a pocket here and a pocket here. So I think that'll be pretty. Right, so that's our video for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're going to enjoy this too. It's very different to the other journals I'm doing. That's what I like, as you know. I like to vary things. And so this one will be super lacy and pastel and pretty, and be a complete contrast to the other journals I'm working on. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now. I'll see you after when I come back from my trip, and I'll tell you about it. Bye bye.